Yo, what is up guys? Kansas Marvel here, back at it again with another LEGO DC Supervillains video. Alright guys, so today's video is going to be part 1 of a series that I'm calling Making Every Single Character. Now obviously I'm not going to be making every single character that has ever existed because that would just take too long. Instead, I made a previous video where you guys left me some suggestions, and I got over 100 suggestions, so yeah man, this is going to take a lot longer than I expected. So instead of making 3 to 4 characters per video, I'm going to be making 10. And instead of walking you through every single step of making each character, I'm just going to make a top 10 list and showcase each character. So if you guys don't see your character on this list, don't worry, I do plan on making every single character. So you just have to wait a little bit longer, as it might take a while to get to each character. But yeah man, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with this top 10 list. Alright, so first up at number 10 we have CoreVac. So this is actually a character that I've been wanting to make for quite a while now, and I took the inspiration, or the design inspiration, from the CoreVac in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2. Now this character wasn't really particularly hard to make. The only problem with this character is that in LEGO Marvel Super Heroes 2 he has like a glow all around his body, and this customizer you can really only give him that glow in his hands. So, you know, I think this is one of my better customs on this list that I made. It's not the greatest, but it definitely isn't that bad. The only problem with it is that you can't really give him, you know, the glow all over his body. You can only give it to him on in his hands there. So, yeah, it would have been cool if you could have given him the glow everywhere. It would look so much better. But, you know, I still think he looks alright. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it like a solid 7 or 6 out of 10. But yeah, man, that's CoreVac at number 10. Alright guys, so at number 9 we have Sasuke from Naruto. Now please go easy on me. I know this isn't the best the best custom. This is probably, I'm not gonna say one of my worst on this list because I do have some pretty bad ones here. But this is definitely not one of my best either. It took some you know, looking at it a little bit more to get used to it. You know, it doesn't look too bad. You know, I did hate it at first, but after a while, you know, it doesn't look too bad. Obviously you can't really give him the exact clothes from Naruto, but I still think, you know, he has his like grayish jacket that he wears, and the purple pants and stuff, and the Chidori there, the purple Chidori. That's completely optional, you know, you don't have to give him that, and a sword of course. So, you know, it doesn't look bad. The hair, I wish I could have found hair that was more spiky, but all the spiky hair just looked ridiculous. So this is the best looking hair, I think. The long, I think it's called the, or I think it's the long number 1. And I have no idea why he has flight. But yeah, man. This is Sasuke. If I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it a 4 or 3 out of 10. You know, it's not terrible. Like a 4. I give it a 4. I give it a 4. It's not terrible, but I think it's definitely my worst Naruto custom that I've made. But yeah, man, that's Sasuke at number 9. Alright, next up we have Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, I was actually pleasantly surprised by how this one turned out. The head, I think, really works with this custom. Now, obviously, I know the actual character has a blue arrow and it's much bigger on his forehead, but I still think the blue eyes and the arrow just, I don't know, it just makes it look a little bit more like the actual character. This is probably one of my better ones, I would say, and like I said, I was pleasantly surprised by how this one turned out. Yeah, I don't know, I just like, you know, there's not really too much to complain about it. You know, obviously I gave him the staff there like he uses in the show, and also I don't know, the effect is not really necessary, but I just decided to give it to him anyway because I just think it makes him look a little bit cooler. But yeah man, I think this custom is pretty solid. I'd give it a good 8 out of 10 if I had to rate it. But yeah man, that's Aang at the number 8 spot. So moving on to number 7. Alright, next up we have Homer Simpson from The Simpsons. Now, whenever I saw the request for a Simpson character, I was like, dang, that's going to be hard to make. And, you know, it looks nothing like a Simpson. But, I still think, you know, the color scheme is at least accurate, you know, from the blue pants to the white shirt to the yellow, you know, skin or whatever. And I just gave him that sausage there just to make him look a little bit more goofy, because, you know, the Simpsons are pretty goofy. But yeah, man, it's definitely one of my worst customs on this list, one of my worst ones, just because it really doesn't look like Homer Simpson. I mean, you could tell it's him, like, just by looking at him without no context, you probably couldn't tell it was Homer Simpson, because, you know, they have a very peculiar heads and faces, so it's kind of hard to replicate that in the customizer. But, you know, I took my shot at it, and, you know, I don't know, it is what it is. But yeah, man, if I had to rate this custom, I'd rate it like a 2 or 3, I guess. Definitely one of my worst ones on this list, but, you know, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about of this one. Alright guys, so next up we have Joker from The Dark Knight Returns. Now this is probably, out of all the 10 on this list, this is probably my favorite one. I really like this one, how it turned out. I could have probably made this one into a separate video on its own, but I mean it's not really too difficult to make this character. He's pretty much just the Joker head with the Joker hair and pretty much all white. But yeah, man, this one turned out really good. I really like it. I don't know, I just really like the way it looks. I think the Joker from The Dark Knight Returns, I think that's what it's called, the comic, or the movie, or it's like an animated movie or something. I haven't seen it. But yeah, I think it looks really cool with the white, you know, tuxedo suit and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it looks pretty menacing. But yeah, this one turned out pretty good, you know, I would say pretty accurate. This is probably, like I said, one of my better ones, and my favorite one on this list. But if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it a solid 9, I think. It looks really good. 9 or 10. It's not really too much to complain about for this one. But yeah, man, that's Joker from The Dark Knight Returns. I think this is number 6 or 7. I lost count, or 5 actually. I don't even know. But yeah, man, moving on to my next, the next character on this list. All right, guys. Next up, we have the Nightmare Batman. I believe that's what he's called. Yeah, Nightmare Batman. Now this one, actually, I really like it a lot. It's probably in my top 3 on this list that I like the way it turned out. It doesn't look, it's not, you know, 100% accurate. You know, he doesn't have his trench coat or his goggles or anything like that. But the color scheme, you know, it's pretty close. You know, the tannish gray, and then the black and stuff. I think it looks really good, honestly. This is one of my favorite. And the machine guns look really cool as well. I don't know, I just really like the way this Batman turned out. Like I said, probably in my top 3, right next to the Joker. But yeah, man, this one looks pretty cool. It wasn't too terribly difficult to make either. You just gotta give me, you know, the scarf there and the cape. I just gave him the cape with the holes just because it makes him look a little bit more scary, I guess, more menacing. But yeah, man, that's the Batman, Nightmare Batman. I think he's from the Batman vs Superman movie or something like that. That's what I based the design off of anyway. But yeah, man, this is Nightmare Batman at number 5 or something, or I lost track. But yeah, man, this is if I had to rate him, I'd give him like a 8 or 7. But yeah, man, moving on to my next character. Alright guys, so at the number 4 spot we have Rhino. Now obviously I had to make him as a minifigure because you can't make big figs yet. Hopefully, you know, in future LEGO games you can make customizable big figs. But for now I had to make him as a little guy, and honestly, you know, I like him. You guys, some of you guys might be like, wow, he looks kind of dumb. But, you know, for what I had to work with in the customizer, he doesn't look too bad, honestly. The only, you know, obviously the mohawk kind of looks weird. If it only had like 1 or 2 spikes there from the front, it would look so much better. But unfortunately, you know, this is what I decided to go with for the spikes on Rhino's head. And I think it looks really good, especially with the strongman animation there. You know, the strong animation. He looks like an actual, like he's charging like a rhino. I don't know, I like the way it looks. I don't know why I do. It's a very simple design. It's not very difficult to make. He's pretty much just completely all gray. You just gotta make him all gray. And the face, I gave him Johnny Quicks. And the hair, I gave him the spiky mohawk and made it like a tannish color, like his horn. But yeah, man, if I had to rate this one, just because I like it a lot, I'd give it like a 7 or 8. But I'm pretty sure some of you guys are gonna be like, you know, this one looks dumb or whatever. But you know, let me know what you guys think of this one down in the comment section below. But yeah, man, this is my minifigure Rhino at the number 4 spot. So moving on to number 3. Alright guys, so at the number 3 spot we have Spiderman 2099. Now if I wouldn't have told you who this was, you guys probably would have had no idea. And the only reason I made him was because one of you guys, you know, commented Spiderman 2099, and like I said, I'm gonna make every single comment that I get. So unfortunately I had to make him. And I really don't like the way this one turned out at all. I've been wanting to make this character for quite a while now, but you know, the customizer never really had any good pieces, so I always refrained from doing so. But I had to make him, and I did, and he did not turn out very good. This is definitely my least favorite out of the 10 here. So if I did have to rate it, I'd rate it like a 1 or 2 out of 10. But yeah, man, this is definitely my least favorite. So let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Alright, so next up we have Geralt, I think that's his name, Geralt, The Witcher. Now, I have not seen the Witcher series on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix, and I haven't played any of the games, so I have I know nothing about the lore or anything like that, or of the characters. But from what I saw on the internet, you know, Google and stuff, images, I think he actually didn't turn out too bad. I think he turned out pretty good. And this is in my top 3 as well. My top 3 are this guy right here, Batman, the Nightmare Batman, and the Joker from The Dark Knight Returns. I think that's what it's called, Dark Knight Returns. But yeah, man, this is really, I like the way this one turned out a lot. Like I said, I don't know exactly what his powers are or anything like that. I just gave him what from what I saw in the images. So I don't want to say anything, you know, I don't want to anger any of you Witcher fans out there, so I'm not going to really say too much about this character other than the fact that I like the way this one turned out. So yeah, man, I'm going to give this one a solid 8 out of 10. I think it looks really good. So yeah, man, this is The Witcher at my number 2 spot. So moving on to my last custom in this video. Alright, so at the number 1 spot, now I forgot to mention, but this isn't really a, like, I'm not ranking them in order from the best to worst or whatever. I just placed them randomly. But yeah, man, finally we have Atrocitus as a minifigure. So as you can see here, we have the big fig Atrocitus back there, and then the little one up front. So I tried my best, I really did. There's multiple ways you can go about making an Atrocitus minifigure. This is just my way, you know. I give him the, I think that was Man-Bat's face. I think that's a DLC part, so some of you guys might not have it, but I think it resembles Atrocitus' face the most, you know, with the yellow eyes and the sharp teeth and stuff. And then I gave him, I forgot whose piece was out on his shoulders, but yeah, I just gave him that because Atrocitus has like something over his shoulders, and then the red boots and black pants and black arms. And I think, you know, it looks pretty good. My only gripe with it, I would say, is the torso area. I wish he'd have a little bit more red. Other than that, I think it doesn't look too bad. You know, it's definitely not one of my worst ones on this list. It's one of my better ones, I would say. But yeah, man, that's Atrocitus at my number 1 spot, I believe. So yeah, guys, that was the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, if I didn't get around to making your guys' customs that you guys suggested, just be patient. I do plan on making every single character that I got on my previous video. And now, like I said, I got over 100 comments, so it's going to be quite a while. It's going to be quite a long series, but I'm looking forward to it. You know, this was a pretty fun challenge for the first video, and for the most part, I think most of them turned out all right. You know, I definitely have a lot of bad ones here, but like I said, good, bad, or ugly, I'm going to be making them no matter how they turn out. So yeah, guys, that was the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for part 2 and for other cool stuff coming your way as well. See you on the next video, guys. Take care. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great rest of the day. Peace.